Hello and welcome to the Conspiracy Nonsense, a series where I'm making up ridiculous conspiracy theory about someone or about something. Okay, never mind, I'm just gonna talk normal. Let me know if you guys want me to talk very fast or very slow. Anyway, this is the second episode of Conspiracy Nonsense. The first one was about 9 months ago, so it's been a while. Though that one doesn't have an official title for a series at the time. It's more of a one-shot video, if you will, As much of a joke that video was, there's still a bit of sincerity in it. Anyway, just like the title suggests, we are going to deep dive into the mystery behind Remnant777 identity. Why did he wear a helmet? Is he actually a man? Who exactly is he? One of the iconic aspects of his character is the night helmet. But why night helmet specifically? I know you guys are going to say, well, because it's just cool. Well, that could be the case, but this is conspiracy nonsense. A simple explanation goes against the nature of this very series. So let's deep dive into it. I believe the helmet has an implication that Remnant might have some sort of connection to a wealthy royal family. But since he is from the US, that might shake the theory a bit. We're still going with it though, but we're gonna put the helmet aside the table and I'm going to bring up his accent. Hear me out. Remnant has a very distinct way to talk. He had this elegant, soft-spoken accent. Now, you might be asking, okay, what's the significance of such observation? The way he talks gives me a vibes that he comes from a wealthy family, but not just any wealthy family, a royal wealthy family. Now, judging from his YouTube bio and, well, his accent, he doesn't seem to originate from Britain. Especially when you learn US history, it doesn't make sense for him to be from a royal family. Since, well, US broke away from Britain because they think monarchy is a dog shit. At least that's the most simplest, terrible explanation for me. But could it be that somewhere in the US there's a secret royal family that we didn't know of? The closest that we had, although not one, is the Rockefellers family. A very influential industrials family, at least from what I read from Wikipedia. I still can't believe they named that after a 2000 Europop music. Anyway, back to the helmet. Maybe we could interpret this as some kind of remaining of something bigger. Maybe he wear it as a reminder of his past royal family. Maybe he's one of the survivor. You could say it's the remnant of his past. Oh, we got him there. The name Remnant is very interesting, at least in this context. According to vocabulary, remnant is something that's left over once the rest is used up. Could this mean there is other like him somewhere that we didn't know of? Maybe he's a part of the head of the Hydra. And just like a Hydra, cut one and two shall grow. Now the number is a bit of mystery and it doesn't seem random. According to the Bible, the number is sometimes known as God's number because it symbolizes significant biblical concepts. Now I'm gonna read word for word from the website. When the number 7 is repeated 3 times as the number 777, it means the perfection of the Trinity: God, the Father, Jesus Christ, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. According to the numbers used in Hebrew tradition, the biblical meaning of 777 encompasses both of the threefold expression of a perfectly holy God and the full completion symbolized by the number 7. So 777 signifies God working to a completely fulfill good purpose and doing that work with absolute perfection. Where is 777 mentioned in the Bible? The only time that the Bible specifically mentions 777 directly is in a verse about Noah's father's Lamech. Altogether, Lamech lived a total of 777 years and then he died. Genesis 5:31. From this we know that supposedly there's a man who's alive for 77.7 decades. It also indicates accomplishment of one phase of creation on Earth before the great flood that wiped out humanity. Well, except for Noah and the gang, of course. Believe me, this isn't even random. I don't just throw Bible reference just to make the video seems impressive. Remnant himself, from what I know, is a Catholic Christian. Maybe I might need to scratch the royal past reference, but then again, an American isn't exactly a crusader, so we might stick to that. Now, why do I believe Remnant isn't a man? First off, let's talk about his persona. Unlike most political YouTuber, we never got the chance to see his face. It's a mystery. Take a look at his channel banner. That's the closest we ever get to see him not wearing the helmet. Almost as if he's teasing us about his identity. Oh, sorry, I mean her identity. I have a suspicion that the man you see in every video isn't the real Remnant. However, a decoy. There's a few theories. Let's talk about it. The first one is that this man is her henchman. And the second one is that this man is her sex slave. Let's talk about the first one. Could it be that he's just her henchman to cover her identity? That way, if anything happens, she won't catch the bullet, and maybe causing a distraction for anyone who's trying to research, like tracking down. As for the second one, the man is her sex slave. What if the man was forced to make a video for her? And if he doesn't, she might punish him by having sex with him. Okay, never mind, that might not seem like a punishment, but oh well, whatever, dude. Just think about the horrible thing women can do to you. I don't know. Maybe force to pay, what the fuck that is it called? The birth thing? Whatever, man. I think it sort of makes sense given the style of his video. It's like it's less like a recording and it's more like an animation. Maybe to hide something? I don't know. And anyone who that tried to analyze it might have a difficult time because they couldn't really analyze anything from the video, I guess. One of these might hold some weight than the others. The possible sketch. Now, these are the possible sketch on what she could look like, including not only her face but also her possible height and body shape. The design choice are based on what we know about her, and each are based on the personality aspect. And I want to explain each part. Key design: slick back hair, resting bitch face, tall height, 6'0", curvy figure, nice milk and kick, if you know what I mean, juicy feet. Alright, let's talk about the first one. As for the reason that I choose slick back hair, because at least from, my opinion and from what I know, slick back hair is like supposed to symbolize the confidence, I feel like that's the things that you always watch about Remnant, she is always confident, or at least the man is confident. And then you have the resting bitch face. As for the reason why, once again, you can trace back to the accent stuff. I just think, I feel like if you talk to Remnant777, Remnant in real life, I don't think it would be a pleasing one. No offense, alright? This is just a conspiracy. And then you got the height, which is about 6 foot. Now, of course, it goes back to, her being this dominant, And then you got the curvy figure. I just thought it makes sense. If you're from a family, like royal family, I think it makes sense for you to have like such a body. I don't know, like a goddess body. You know what I'm saying? Nice milk and cake. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you see fit. That's just from me, to be honest. I don't think it has anything to do with the conspiracy. And the next one, possible personality. First one, yandere. Second, possessive. Third one, controlling. Fourth one, dominant. And the fifth one, cold. And last but not least, soft-spoken. As for the yandere, it connects with the idea that the man that you see in the video is possibly her sex slave. I know that sounds ridiculous, but look, it makes sense, okay? Just think about it. Imagine if you were in position of the man. Imagine Remnant being a very creepy stalker. I don't know. Like maybe she stalk her subscriber, And you got the possessive, once again connect to that. The fact that not the fact, but the theory that the man is her sex slave. She's very possessive, like she won't let anyone else to help, or at least talk to him. Then you got the control, of course, once again, related to the theory. The theory about the sex slave. Yeah, whatever, man. And then you got the dominant. Of course, it makes sense, man. It absolutely makes sense once you, once again, trace back to the accent. She has this very mommy accent, And then you've got the cold. I thought, okay, for the cold one, it's pretty much from watching Remnant777 video, Like, I get this cold feeling from him, or I mean her, I just think that she's pretty harsh on her opponent, sorry. And of course the last one, soft-spoken, related to the accent. Maybe when she's not, being a yandere or being a cold woman, she has to be very soft-spoken, Like, if you were to interview her, like officially, in good faith, she has that soft-spoken mommy accent. You know what's funny? Now that I talk about the mommy stuff, the video title is Conspiracy Nonsense. Remnant777 is actually Dommy Mommy. But I barely covered the fact that, making related stuff to Dommy Mommy. Yeah, fuck it, man. I don't know, at least enjoy the art that you see on the video, Wow, I actually, whoa, okay. Holy shit, I've actually recorded, sorry. My phone died. Alright, that's it, I guess. I think that's for the conspiracy. Sorry for the yap. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Right? Conclusion. After analyzing all the available information, there are some words that I afraid to utter. Question left unanswered. Was her feet stinky and juicy? Will she sit on my face? And does she have any relation to the current weakening of Indonesian economy? Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps all of this was just a nonsensical conspiracy. Thanks for watching. Bye.